Man, you tuned in live. The Credible Conversations podcast.
Hey everybody, I'm Angela Rye. I'm here with Northwest Credible Messengers having a credible conversation with some incredible people.
It's AKEEM Ali is who I be, also known as Akeem Casanova. And I want you to bring your asses over to listen to me have a credible conversation with Northwest Credible Messengers.
Hey, my name is D Smoke. I'm from Inglewood, California. And you are watching Credible Conversations.
Welcome back, Credible Conversations, established in 2024, the place in the Northwest for wellness and behavioral health dialogue from a cultural perspective, focused on our communities. Today, we're in the studio with the one and only Akeem Ali. How you doing today, brother? How's the Northwest treating you?
Doing good. I'm doing good. Can't complain if I wanted to. Even if I could, I wouldn't.
Come on.
From what I heard, ain't nobody gonna listen if you do.
Depending on who you complaining to. There was somebody told me one day.
We starting off with
That's crazy. Just ripped that off.
Hey, when it all falls.
we pick up the pieces and heal.
That's it.
Roll with the punches. Roll with the punches. Hey, so the conversation today is about behavioral health and wellness. You know what I'm saying? I think in our communities, Black and brown communities, we don't see enough resources for folks to be able to process and deal with things that they're, dealing with, things that come up. Maybe it's some stuff in your past or stuff in your present that you don't really know how to deal with. So I think through these conversations, we help people to process and feel like they can access resources, services, and supports that we provide as an organization. Just to kick it off, thinking of wellness and what keeps you grounded, who are you as a person and how do you stay centered?
Oh man, who am I as a person today? Shit. I guess I like to say you never know yourself for real. Like you're the only person that know you because you're with you all the time. But there's a constant change all the time that we don't notice happening. And it's so small. It's like, watching an hourglass or watching paint dry. So such a small change being made, you never see it. So shit. I know who I am, but to say who I am is almost kind of because I never feel like I'm not the same person I was yesterday. That today me is smarter than yesterday's me. You ever wake up and feel like I whoop yesterday me's ass? You know what I'm saying?
Every day.
Yeah, so it's just like, man, I guess I stay centered by knowing that I'm prone to make mistakes. Can we cuss on here?
Yeah.
Prone to fuck up, not have all the answers, and humbling myself in that, and knowing that I can be wrong. I'm never hard on myself about being wrong. I'm never offended if I'm approached or checked on it. You know what I'm saying? Or if somebody holds me accountable, I'm always open to that. And also holding myself accountable for stuff. You know what I'm saying? Even when people sometimes don't call it out. I've been around passive aggressive people sometimes, and it's just damn, I was wrong for doing that. They wouldn't speak up, or they didn't have the courage to say it, but I should apologize to them, or I should check myself about stuff like that. So just very self-aware about what I'm doing and saying to people and around people sometimes. So yeah.
The life of a leader, it ain't easy.
Oh man, I like the little life of a gallon, but
come on,
I get where you're going. It definitely ain't.
Yeah, I'll jump right into the music part. So, Akeem Casanova, man, where'd that come from?
What'd I tell you?
I need to know. I'll tell you just before you even answer. So, that first the song Akeem Casanova.
Yep.
That was my first introduction to your music. Okay. I saw that video, and upon looking at it, it seems like it's from the 70s, you know. But the vibe though was something different, and so the uniqueness of that was what sparked my interest.
Right.
And so but definitely clearly I ain't the only one. The town buzzing, everybody want to know. Where'd you find that?
It was the best mistake I ever made. It was the perfect mistake, and it was a mistake that kind of led me to finding myself as a person and knowing how to kind of walk in some truths and stuff like that. Initially, I didn't want to keep doing it because of the stigma that was attached to it. It's this looks too feminine, he's gay, oh, he's a pimp, he's whoop and slap bitches, or X, Y, and Z. And it was just a lot of stuff that I just didn't have the time or the mental capacity to want to deal with. But once I realized it was almost like a cheat sheet as well. You know, it's like people like this shit.
For sure.
You know, and it was like I was bucking against it, but I'm like, nigga, they giving you the answer. It's like, we want to see this. We'll pay to see this. We're gonna keep listening if you keep doing it. And I'm like, what am I fighting against it for? You know?
Yeah.
But yeah, once I figured out shit about myself and how to like get over certain stuff, I was cool and I was comfortable in it, you know, and I wasn't worried about what I was being called. I was more concerned with what I actually was, like,
For sure.
about myself, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
So you kind of just stumbled upon like that persona? Were you like playing around with it, or like how did you?
I was, but that was like how I rapped anyway,
Okay.
regularly, right? So, you notice when I'm rapping like that, I had to put on like a different voice. I talk different. That was kind of already how I rapped, but I decided to like, I guess bring a character to life.
Yeah.
For the shit that I was already thinking in my head, because I'm like, the character sells it, like, and it just makes people believe it more. You know what I'm saying? I guess if I say I'm a shit, what is it? I don't know. I guess I could say like, I know how to barbecue. If you never see me at a grill, you like, this nigga don't know how to eat.
Yeah, I got you.
I'm a barber. I've never seen you cutting anybody's hair, bro. Like, what
For
are you
sure.
saying? Like, you know? So if I say I'm a pimp, you gotta look like it, or at least, you know what I'm saying?
the
Something has to match up for it all to align. So yeah.
For sure.
So you never really pimped? Have you ever really pimped?
Hey, man. No, I'm not a pimp.
Okay.
Obviously, everybody has. What I would tell you is that, in a sense, everybody is a pimp, or everybody has pimped before.
On
On a small level or at base level, it's just manipulation.
Okay.
Everybody has manipulated something
Okay.
to get a certain outcome, or manipulated people, or, you know what I'm saying? It may not have been women.
Okay.
You may have manipulated your homeboy. You done manipulated to get some before, like.
Okay. Okay.
And so it's just manipulation in a nutshell,
Okay.
along with some shit sprinkled on it. But
Yeah.
I think manipulation is a powerful topic, right? Like you manipulate certain situations when you negotiate.
yeah,
Give an example of positive manipulation, right? In a way that it could be a benefit for your, success.
oh yeah, I manipulate every day. I make sure I manipulate the best that I can all the time. My job is full of manipulation. It requires that when I realize that people latch on to what I say, how I say it, and they take that, and people want to be like that. Like your favorite rapper coming up, you want it to be your favorite rapper. You didn't realize the job or the responsibility that they had to like kind of indirectly help raise you, right? So the shit that you weren't learning at school or around your parents or your grandmama, your cousins now, it's like you listening to these rappers and you fall into that, right? You had literally been manipulated into thinking that you could do X, Y, and Z, but it's like now you ending up in these situations. So when I'm talking to people, I manipulate them into thinking that they're the best versions of themselves. You hear me talk about me the way I talk about me, because when you listen to it, you rap that to yourself. So it's like I'm manipulating you and programming you to say this shit to yourself every day. And now you wake up with the mindset of, I'm beautiful, I'm handsome, I'm pretty, I'm this, I'm that. And it's like, people are like, he's so full of himself. And I'm like, good.
Yeah.
Good, right? Like, the more you repeat this shit to yourself, or the more you sing this song, the more you start to believe. Like when you heard that Kimi Casanova song, you like it so much because it's like, this is shit I wish I could say.
For sure.
This shit looks smooth. This shit sounds good. And when you walk around the house singing it for 2 minutes and 16 seconds, you feel like a pimp.
Yeah.
You feel like the nigga that you're singing in that video. You feel me? And so like, realizing that I had that type of control over people, I started using that shit, and I'm like, we all gonna be around this motherfucker thriving and surviving.
So when you're writing your songs, what I'm hearing you say is you're intentionally kind of making them like affirmations, right?
Yeah. And it ain't like,
Mirror moments.
it ain't even gotta be like that. It's affirmation. It's just plenty of shit in there that's just like you're able to kind of like pull from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's also teaching too. If you listen to a lot of like, it's heavily, of course we speak English, but it's heavily based in like a lot of alliteration, like entendres, metaphors, similes, hyperboles, like sometimes onomatopoeias. I use all type of shit in my raps. Like anything becomes like a something to me. You know what I'm saying? And I just, aside from teaching or, you know what I'm saying, showing people how to like enunciate or be intellectual or like, you know, use some of these words. I use a lot of words that sometimes I literally have to look up words that I already heard in my head
Right.
to make sure that they have the right meaning, because I'm like, damn, what does this word mean? When I'm using it, I want somebody to hear this word and be like, oh, I learned a new word. Did you know what charcuterie was before you started listening to me?
Charcuterie boards, yeah.
Did you know what it was?
Yeah.
We do those up here.
No, but so like,
We got a board that's about to. No, I'm messing with you.
no, but so like, people learn certain shit. People approach me like, bro, I didn't know what charcuterie was. Or I didn't know what shit like. What does splendiferous mean? Or like, what does pulchritudinous mean? Yeah, so like, these are words. Splendiferous, it's like, splendid, it's good, fantastic. Okay. It's like a splendiferous.
Adding it to my player dictionary.
Mike later. You guys gonna have a splendiferous time in this joint.
A fantastic motherfucking time in here, man. A good time. Splendid.
All night tonight.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. When did you realize that music was something that you were passionate about?
Man, I was probably like 15 when I realized. 14, 15. And it was kind of like a passion before then. I used to dance when I was in like middle school. I used to pop lock. I'm talking about around that motherfucker just hitting it.
Turbo.
Yeah, I was about that motherfucker just hitting it. Yeah.
Turbo.
But yeah, I realized music was like something I couldn't live without at a young age. I realized it was gonna be a passion for me around 15.
Okay.
But before then, it was like shit. When I really caught on to it and was just like hooked, like 8, 9 years old.
For sure.
Yeah.
Did you always know that you'd be in this type of position? Like blowing up like you are?
Once I started telling myself that I was going to do it, yes. With that though, it's like a level of delusion that you have to to believe a lot of the shit that you see in your head.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because I was just showing her in the car like a video of me doing an open mic like in 2019, and it was probably like all of 15 people there, but everybody else is performing, and these people are there like sitting down just looking at you stupid. You know what I'm saying? And if it's 15 people there, me and 3 other people are a part of it, so there's really like 11 people in this motherfucker that I'm just rapping to, and nobody cares because they trying to get me out the fucking mic so they can hear me rap. So nobody can care. But yeah, no, I saw it, and that's the only reason why I didn't quit. Like I had a backup plan at one point in time. I remember it was like 2020, I think, and I was talking to my ex-girlfriend, and she was like, so what are you gonna do like when the music and boom 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 and stuff, if it goes this way or doesn't go that way? And I was like, yeah babe, you know, I always got the military to fall back on, or I could just keep cutting hair and da da da. She was like, that's good, I'm glad that you thinking about stuff like that. And I have never said that to myself since then. Like I thought about that like right after I said, damn, that sounds so disgusting to even say. I was like, I would never talk to myself like that again. Like I'm going to do X, Y, and Z if this don't work. Now I'd be like, it's gonna work.
For sure.
It ain't that it's not gonna work. Like I'm exhausted at all options, and I act crazy. Like I act like if it's not working, I act like I don't see it.
For sure.
If it is working, good. But when it's not, I don't even know. Like I'm just kind of like blind to it, and it's just like it has to work.
For sure.
Like it's always working, even when it's not. So, yeah.
So relationships is what I'm hearing you saying. Like the people around you, right? As you're trying to accomplish said vision, said goal, right? Like how have you been able to kind of pick and nurture the relationships that's around you now, that allow you to kind of like prosper, as opposed to somebody that's like, what's your backup plan gonna be?
I don't pick them.
Okay.
I tell my friends, and like I had a falling out with some of my friends back in around the same time, 2021 maybe, about new people coming into my life or friends that they hadn't known about. And it was like, these people are just trying to be around you because of X, Y, and Z and da-da-da-da-da. And I'm like, these people are here because God wants these people here. Why are y'all trying to control who the fuck is in my life? It's like my friends were like, what's the word I'm looking for?
Envious?
Not envious. In a sense, envious, but they were entitled to me. I'm like, why do you feel like I only belong to you as a friend? So I had homeboys who was like, you shouldn't be around him, or you shouldn't be around her, or they just here, like, because they weren't here before shit started getting good, they thinking like, we've been your friends since the beginning. You shouldn't have new friends. And I'm like, no, they don't make no sense. God wants these people here. So I tell people all the time, I won't let anybody control who I can and can't have in my life. That has literally, like, I guess ended some relationships and made people feel weird or funny about it. But I'm not gonna tell nobody like, hey, I'm gonna cut you off because no, fuck no. I don't cut my homegirls off because I got a girlfriend. I don't cut girlfriends off because of my homegirl. Like, I'm not trying to fuck her. If you don't believe me, you can dip. Like,
Right.
if you got a problem with your internal and you know what I'm saying, you having trouble dealing with some stuff.
Self-confidence.
Yeah, I'm like, it just is what it is. Like, people are here and I'm not trying to kick them out of my life. They can remove themselves or they can do something that I warrant, like, you know, hey, I just stay away from that or keep myself at bay with it. Yeah, that's it. But I don't choose the relationships. God chooses that for me.
Come on.
And if it's here and it's not benefiting me the way I want it to, it's because I was meant. I tell people, you're either the stepping stone or you're the person. You're either stepping or you're the stepping stone, right? So either God put you here to benefit from me, and that doesn't always mean I'm gonna get something, or we put here to mutually benefit each other, or I'm here to step on you.
For sure.
Sometimes I'm the stone, sometimes you the stone, sometimes we both benefit.
For sure.
And it ain't meant to, you know what I'm saying? I'm not in my feelings about it. If somebody get more out of me than I got out of them, I'm like, it was meant for them to get that, and it was meant for me to give that without expecting anything back. So
that's real.
For sure, for sure. I've heard you mention God a few times. You grew up in the church?
They're my dog.
You was singing?
They're my dog.
I'm like, I'll be here sometimes. You be singing. I'm like,
For the Lord.
yeah.
I'll do it, Jesus.
You was in the choir?
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I was in a choir, like, funny shit, we stayed across the street from a church, and I was like the only person in my house going to church. I literally walked across the street to the church and just went one day and like joined the choir and was singing, like, sounded like a cat scratching a fucking chalkboard back then, but that's where I kind of started learning how to do, you know, singing and stuff. That was like my first real introduction into music, and like I remember having a solo when I was in the choir and like singing that and voice like trembling, you know what I'm saying? And now I'm able to perform in front of fucking thousands of people, so it's surreal, you know.
Yeah, that is super dope. What helps you get over that anxiety? You know, public speaking and performing is a thing.
Oh, I don't have that no more.
For sure.
I don't have like anxiety. Nothing. I guess I was never like a shy person.
Yeah.
I was always wanting to be like in front of everybody or out there or like the life of the party. I was like, I went to school to crack jokes and eat lunch, literally. Like, if it was a joke that needed to be cracked, you can count on me. Like,
I'm
you can count on me to crack this motherfucker. Like, yeah. But I don't know, man. I guess I just got this thing where like, I was thinking to myself one time, if you fuck up tomorrow, people forget about it. Like, I don't know. You're not thinking about Janet Jackson's cleavage popping out at the Super Bowl right now, are you? No. Nobody is thinking about that. No. You know.
Not until you just said something.
Right. Sometimes I do.
I was gonna say because now that's right there.
Yeah, but and so in the next 30 minutes, when we get to talking about something, you forgot about it or it's been lapsed and went away. But like, yeah, I'm like, people forget that shit or they don't care, and it's like you be so hard on yourself, worried about what people think and what they're gonna think later on. It's like, fuck it, you here to make mistakes. You don't get better if you don't make mistakes. So I embrace like a lot of that shit, man, and it don't necessarily bother me like it would other people.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
I got you.
Yeah, relationships are a topic in and of itself. I can imagine.
Come out those relationships. How about them?
Jesus, when we talk about that, right?
Yeah.
So relationships, though, I think, you know, with success comes expectation. Like, how do you navigate those relationships?
With who?
Just people in general. People who've been around you, people who want to be around you, maybe even intimate relationships.
Yeah, I don't know. I try to treat people the way I would want to be treated. When I make sure I tell people it's okay for you to tell me no. It's okay for you to not feel like it sometimes. That don't mean I gotta do that to you when it come back around.
Yeah.
Like when I ask somebody, hey, can you take me to the airport? Hell no. All right, appreciate it. If you gotta go to the airport tomorrow, I will still take you.
Yeah.
Like it's okay to tell me no. Like I navigate my relationships like shit. Like I don't expect nothing from you. And I would tell people don't expect nothing from me, but I do appreciate whatever it is that you're giving when you're giving it. I make sure I treat people with respect, man, like, and try to like, make sure that I'm just not crossing any fine and hard lines with people, especially my people. Making sure they're taken care of when I can, or making sure that's like, I guess, essential. never want to be selfish with my people when it comes to like knowledge that I'm getting, money or time, any way that I can show up. You know, I try to do that with relationships. Not for bending and folding too much and changing myself, unless there's a character or a moral flaw. I'm all for like switching gears on that. But if it's like I don't like you just because, fuck no, I don't care. I'm like, get over it. We're gonna live. Like, but if I wronged you morally, or if it was like a character flaw that's like affecting you and it's like genuinely hurting your feelings, or you know what I'm saying, putting you in a bad mental space, or hurting you physically or some shit. Nah, I don't like that. So I, like I said, I don't mind being called out about shit like that, you know, and apologizing and, you know, making change for people. But I guess I don't know, man. I just be so like easy breezy peasy about everything. It's just like, I guess I navigate but don't navigate relationships. I just be like, it is what it is. If you want to be here, be here. If you don't want to be here, I'm not mad. I still love you. I guess I'd do it from over there since you want to go over there and shit, you know.
So I got a question. So it says that, well, it used to be a barber, right? And obviously when you're barbering, and Northwest Credible Messengers has a barber program as well. So when you were barbering, right, and you're chopping it up with the client, like, how much does that inform the way you write music and maybe even perform? I don't know if they're related, but I feel like they could be or are a little bit.
All right, that's a good question, because I never thought to put nothing like that together. All right, you got me with this one. Shit. Okay, so I guess it correlates, because when you have somebody in your chair, it's like for that next 30 minutes to an hour, you kind of have the stage, right? They come in and they tell you what kind of show they expect, which is like the haircut. Anything else that's added on is like extra performance, or it's like a little razzle dazzle. You know what I'm saying? It's like, so I take that same approach when I'm performing, and it's like, I have you in this chair, in this seat, and I literally run this shit for the next 30 to an hour. And it's like, I control the tempo, how fast it's going, if I want to slow it down, how good of a show I'm going to give, the energy that I'm giving or receiving. Like if people are tipping, or if I like, it's like all that shit can be correlated to like, so if a client tips, it's like I go to this city all the time and I get this kind of love. So I'm more willing to like go above and beyond for this crowd or this person. Like, hey man, I'll throw in a free this. Or when people are like, hey man, you know, we wanted to do a little meet and greet. Oh, y'all show love every time, so I can like boom, boom, boom. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a correlation. I don't know if it affects how I write per se. That shit just it's like a totally different process, and it's kind of like, I guess I couldn't tell you.
So when I pose that question, I'm an artist as well. So thinking about the interpersonability between the conversation, the one-on-one-ness, right?
Use the word then, didn't he? Myself, interpersonability.
As you're doing a one-on-one exchange of experience, right?
Yeah.
They're talking to you, you're talking to them. Like, so for me, I feel like that is the conversational piece. That's why I actually like you write like, hey man, you're fly. Just like in your raps, you're fly when you get out the chair. I'm that nigga.
Yeah.
When you're rapping, you say, I'm that nigga, or whatever it is. So I was kind of more so trying to get it if that makes any sense.
Yes. I don't think I think of it from that perspective. And if I sit up here and try to make something up, I'd just be bullshitting and lying to you. But when you asked the question, I thought about how they correlate. But I guess I can't make nothing up to tell you, like, you know. Because I never thought of it. It's a great question. You confuzzled me with that, to say the least, brethren.
So yeah, man, that's it.
What we talked about, like the process. What is like your writing process? Because it seemed like your style is way different
It's not a
than anybody
process.
that I ever heard.
I just tell jokes and I make them rhyme.
For sure. Okay.
That's it. But I don't have a process. It's like, okay, so you're an artist. Like, where do you get this? Where do you get the stuff you write about? Aside from experiences and shit that you've been through and like the music you've studied.
I'm gonna throw
Where do you
another
get your
one.
music from?
Zeitgeist. The Zeitgeist.
Okay.
Do you know what that is?
Nope.
So the Zeitgeist is what's going on politically, socially, and around your community. So like, for example, I might drop a song about
Okay. All right. Boom.
sinners right now.
I got you.
Right.
Aside from that,
Yeah.
that's what I was saying, like experiences
Yeah.
and stuff that you are actually like.
What I'm feeling.
Okay, you pull it from feelings.
Feelings.
So you pull a melody from a feeling.
Not a melody.
Okay, so where do you get that?
Me personally, I come up with my lyrics first, then I find a beat that I like.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Where do you get your melodies?
I feel like spirit, bro.
Okay, that's what I was getting at. So I have to literally sit and wait for shit to come to me. Now you probably say, "Damn, it's a lot of shit that come to this nigga."
Yeah, for sure.
But I can't tell you where I get this shit from.
I see
Like when
what
I'm
you're
coming
saying.
up with these melodies, I have to pull this from pure fucking nothingness. And I saw Nipsey was saying in an interview, like, I have to pull this down from whoever's giving it to me, God in the universe, and literally make it translatable so that y'all understand it and can like intake it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's digestible for y'all, and it's like understandable on all levels. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I can like make a punchline about this bottle or use your name and flip it a certain way or your name and like that shit that's here. But when it comes to other stuff that I can't tell you how, and even sometimes putting it together, like I can use like gate wood, like a gate and some wood, like, you know what I'm saying?
Bars.
Piece that like yeah, like piece shit together, you know, but even like when you piecing it, I can't even tell you how I piece it together. I just know I have these things. Like if I have a mic, and I said I was gonna write like a. No, I can't get into that idea, but if you rap, I'm gonna give this piece of game. If you rap, an easy way to learn how to rap and come up with metaphors. Write one word down, and write every way that you can flip that word into something else, or everything that it has to do with any other word. And those are literally all of the punchlines circling around one word. Like you get the word wheel, you got wheel as in a tire on a car, you got wheel as in like Will Smith, you got will as in like yes I will, will as in willpower, you got will like 10 books in a spade game, you got will like, and so you just keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that, keep doing that. How many wheels do you know?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Okay. And you take it the next word, tire. Like, how can you flip that? Maybe I can put something on the front of it. Yeah.
Right.
But also, what do they? So it's like you use that, and now you get into like using homonyms, homophones, like shit that goes along with that, or like, does this sound like it could be another phrase? You know, Mike. I got Mike. I got Mike. Right. The person. I got the thing. You know what I'm saying? Shit. And you just keep flipping it. Yeah. And so you do that, and you'll have a shit ton of words, but you'll have a shit ton of material that you can never run out. Every time you use one, X one out. You use it, X it out, X it out, X it out.
Sure.
So, yeah.
So spirit and intellect is what I'm hearing you say. Once you get it from the spirit, the melody, you just start flipping words.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
I just literally start writing and just think of shit to just say. I can, and it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like if I pull my phone out and start writing, I didn't have this thought of previously. I just literally have to just write this shit out. And I stop using, like if you watch me write, you'll see me stop and do this. Oh, there go the other one. Something else coming. It's like I'm waiting for shit to just come in and dial in so I can just.
So this space where you're getting downloads is what I like to call it. Is it a quiet space? Are you like in a silk shirt with candles burning? What you right? How do you get to like what is this space that you have to be in to receive from spirit to create?
Everywhere. Wherever I'm at, it happens.
Okay.
I done been in the club and like pulled my phone out and recorded voice notes. I wake up out of my sleep recording them. Shit. When I'm shitting, when I'm showering, shaving.
Anytime.
Anytime. You can say something that like literally warrants something. I was talking to my homegirl yesterday, and she was saying something, and it sparked something in my head, and I was like, oh, hold on. I just got a bar. Okay. And I put it down, and it was like, you know, me, I'm nobody. And practice make perfect, but nobody's perfect. So there go your answer.
Church.
All right.
Sleep ones be something. I
use a whole bar.
Like some stuff in my sleep and walk up like it's gonna get me out the hood. Don't remember it.
No, that's why you wake up like.
And then can't even get the mic. And I don't know if you have it. I'm like, I can't hear, man. And that was the one that was gonna get me up out of here too.
I don't know if you got to the point where you make songs in your sleep. It's like maybe a few people out there say it, but like literally I sing songs in my sleep and wake up out of my sleep and record the melody. I don't know what's going on. You know how you talk in your dream, you have conversation.
Yeah, yeah.
You can tell people what you said to them in a dream.
Yeah.
I saw you and I was like, da-da-da.
I have feelings and all that.
I sing songs in my dreams,
right.
and when I wake up, I record that melody that I heard in my head, and I got that in my phone. Like, and I'd have been like in interviews in my dream and been rapping. And I'm like, damn, I was snapping, but I don't know what the fuck I said.
That's a gift, bro.
Yeah,
it's a gift.
So yeah, when I say I do it in my sleep, it's like literally
legit.
Yeah, like literally, yeah. That's wild.
Yeah, the dreams, man. We kind of jokingly around here talk about everybody being a dreamer or the one. You know what I mean? Sometimes there's the one in the family, and I'm big on like transformation stories of the one, right? Like, what would you say your transformation story is?
Like how I became the one, or when did I know I was? I guess I answer all of the shit.
Come on.
I don't know. I always felt like I was the best out of all my mama kids. I don't know. I always tell myself I
identify with that.
I know I'm
not to be funny, but
ain't nothing funny.
No, you just being in first person. I always feel like you are something different, more extra, special, everything from everybody else. But everybody is entitled to and you're supposed to think that about yourself, right? The difference is what you do with the thoughts that you're having, or like how you act and move on those thoughts.
Execution.
Yeah. The more I told myself that I was this, and this, the more shit just starts happening in that order. Like the universe literally is set up to do what you tell it to do. Whatever you say, the universe actively starts to do it, right? I'm gonna start going to the gym, right? The universe then says, hey, set your alarm. That's the first step. Hey, look up workouts. Like, it starts working as soon as you say it. And so when I tell myself, like, I'm the greatest rapper, my mind operates like that when I'm writing. And I'm like, I can put stuff down and be like, this ain't good enough for the greatest. So it's songs I got in my phone that are like, you know what I'm saying? Niggas be like, damn, he just put out a whole such. Damn, he just did this. And I was telling him today, I got enough material for another tape sitting right here. And I got like 5, 6, 7 tapes in my phone, but I'm like, this not enough.
For sure.
And that's the mentality I have, like being the one. You know what I'm saying? It's like when I do something, it's just still not enough. Like I ain't gonna lie, some of this shit I just be dog walking. I ain't gonna lie, but I be like, after you walk the dog, then what? Walk the cat, walk the frog, walk the moose, walk the lion. Like, you know what I'm saying? Walk everything, and when you get to that point, don't stop. It's just like a constant something that I gotta be like going after.
Consistently evolving.
Yeah, man. And it's like constantly changing. Once you master something, go on to something else, move on to something else. Like, you're meant to grow in more than one area. And I tell people all the time, you're like a vehicle. You're a vehicle, right? So today you go and get gas, and for the next 300-400 miles, you're good. But just as sure as you keep living, or just as sure as you keep driving that vehicle, you're gonna have to gas up again. So that gas could have been your faith. I got strong faith today, but keep living. That faith gonna wear out. Now you need a refill on that.
Get tested.
Or it's like, man, I'm the strong friend today. That was an oil change. Keep living. You're gonna get weak. Then you gotta replenish that, or somebody has to come and help you change your oil. And so like, yeah, I think about shit like that all the time. You be thinking like, oh, I've mastered mental health. It's like, no, nigga, just keep living. It's gonna be something that come along.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Just as sure as you're a vehicle or operate like a vehicle in some parts, you're gonna need to like do maintenance on these things. So it's not like you got it all figured out and it'll stay that way. It's just like, it's a constant repetition of some of the same shit over and over.
That's real.
I like it. I heard you talk about the thoughts that come to you when you're creating a song. You ever just like pop it, freestyle? What does that look like?
Yeah, I do that shit sometimes and just be bullshitting, just fucking around.
Give us a little bullshit on wellness.
Get you a little bullshit.
Give us a
on
little
wellness.
bullshit on wellness, yeah.
WELL. What the HELL? I made TELL on y'all niggas for talking about wellness on this show. After I spit it, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna just go with the flow. I'm gonna do this shit until I feel like doing it, and then do it till I won't no more. I got on shoes, and they some Adidas. Shit. I like titties and Mardi Gras. That's it.
Said, what the Welliante?
What What the willy on?
That's funny, man.
Yeah. He said, I like titties and
That's it. Yeah, man. What are y'all views on mental health or wellness? Y'all asking me y'all these damn questions.
It's just like, oh, go ahead.
Go,
I was just gonna say, just like physical health, it's something that you have to, build up. It's something you have to work on. It's something you have to really, focus and pay attention on to make sure it's in proper order.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's about staying grounded. Like when things come up, you got to really start to process like, oh, why am I feeling this way? Get to the root of that. You know what I mean? I think sometimes like we can even experience trauma and we stuff it down versus addressing it. Like the way that I grew up, nobody was saying, hey, let's talk about your feelings. You know what I mean? It was like, nah, that ain't, we ain't even gonna talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
It's like you push it down in the basement so far, you might blow the attic windows out at one point.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think for me, it's like getting into that point where you can start to unpack shit, process some of the things that you're feeling, going through, you know what I mean? But wellness isn't just, mental health. So that behavioral health piece, I feel like it's like the physical too, right? Like you got to get body work. You got to, walk, you know what I mean? Start to do different shit, like experience some new shit.
How you feel like that affects your mental wellness, the physical aspect of it?
Man, the physical aspect is like, so here, one of the examples is...
this turned into my show now, goddamn.
Come on. I never got a massage before. And the first time I did, like the feeling after that, like I was high. And I was like, what just happened in my body? Because I carried all this stress on my back, right? So
you got a happy ending. That's what
was. So thinking about that, man, I was like, man, I really want to bring that to this place. So every month, employees get massages. And for me as a director, I'm like, that's valuable for me. So when I see them walk out of that room with that high on them, I'm like, yeah.
Y'all hiring?
We can talk after the show.
All right, come on, man.
What we can put together, bro, for real.
Oh, shit, yeah.
But I think for me, like that piece, like when you get a good workout in or you go for a bike ride, you know what I'm saying? It's like you feel a certain feeling that's like, okay, what is this? That dopamine. And I think sometimes we get our dopamine from fucked up spaces. But when you train your body to receive that dopamine in a different way, it's like, okay, I like this. So for me, that's the wellness piece. I gotta have the physical in it.
For sure.
Okay.
Wellness. I asked him what we delve in. Said dive deep to deal with what we unpacking. Try to go from a pawn to a captain. What that look like? I don't know. Walking, talking, breathing, living, loving, hugging, taking time to be divine, to tap in. That's my freestyle. But was I talking?
Rapping at me. I'll tell you what it means, brother. The only one that can do that shit.
But nah,
Splendiferous.
I tried to. I forgot the word as you were saying. What is the word?
Like retaining that shit, like you use that on somebody, they be like,
Splendiferous, but no, yeah, all those things. Like so up here in the Northwest, man, we got a lot of, for me, wellness, right? We got a lot of trees. I don't know if you've seen like rivers, lakes, right? Like trails, right? Like we spend a lot of money on our parks. So like for me, it's tapping in nature. Right? It's grounding, right? It's taking my shoes off, taking my socks off, right? Putting them in the sand, listening to the water as I'm walking through, because that's on a different frequency, right? We be having so much stuff in our mind, living in the city, go do this, do that. It's like I was walking through the trail with somebody and I was like, just listen to the water. And I'm like, oh, I hear it now, right? And even birds, right? Birds are on a whole nother different frequency. We're like tapping in with like the trueness of what is nature.
yeah,
Right, to kind of helps keep me centered, right, on like what's important. It's like, so for me, kind of go down the rabbit hole, but like I this job is super cool, bro. I got flew out to New York to study with KRS-One, like the elements of hip hop, right? So he does this thing of like how important just air is. No air, in 3 minutes we're gonna be dead, right? So that suggests that air is alive, because without it we die. Right, like, so what is it to breathe intentionally? Right, just feel your breath, because that's something we take for granted. Right, and I don't know if we know what air is composed of, but it's only like 24% oxygen, the rest is nitrogen. It's like 76%. Right, and that allows the trees to clean the air and all this type of shit for us. Right, so getting in nature, just taking air having gratitude for air, right? Helps keep center and wellness. Now I go out into the world, I can breathe, I can see, I can hear, I don't listen to the birds, I don't listen to the river, right? I got my feet, I can feel the feet, I feel my feet, my toes in the ground, right? Just being mindful of being healthy is a blessing. Long story short.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Like everybody has a different viewpoint on what that means or what that feels like, and it's not like a one size fits all when it comes to it. It's kind of like, you know, your mental wellness looks different from his, and yours looks different from his and mine. Like,
yeah, that's real. Shit.
Well, let me ask y'all a question. What does it look like, right? Because this is where it gets tricky. What does it look like when your thoughts on mental wellness or the things that you consider the mental wellness are no longer a thing? Like you can't have those or you can't do those, right? So for you, the physical aspect, getting out and doing or getting the dopamine from that bike ride or stuff like that, when you can't go on a nature walk or a trail walk, or when you're not able to show up and do the work, like you said, almost in the physical aspect on yourself internally, what does that look like when you don't have the ability to, or you can't do that, right?
Shit.
What are you then, or where's your mental health then? Is it shot to shit, or are you a different person? What's it?
Nah, I think we adaptive. You know, just as humans, we adaptive. And so I've been in that position where I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do or needed to do for myself. Like I've been locked up, and like I didn't go crazy. You know, my mental health was still intact. You know, you just have to adjust.
Okay, so look, with yours, and this ain't a rebuttal to kind of like go against what you were saying.
Yeah.
It's more so like, so you were saying you have to work and flex that muscle like you would, or work those muscles like you would physically. So if you locked up, that doesn't lock your mind up.
What's up?
You just like, I guess behind walls, you're not like physically shackled down
Sometimes.
every day or wrapped. Well, okay, I can't speak for your situation, so you're right there, but this ain't locked up.
For sure.
So you can continue
100%.
to flex and work this, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why it's like,
If you know how.
yes, but that's the thing. Do you know how all the time, even when it feels like you can't? So like when you get depressed and when you get mad or sad, then it's clouded, right?
Yeah.
If I haul off right now and just slap the shit out of one of y'all, and it's
That's not.
that's
That's just funny though.
and so this
You wouldn't want to do that, brother.
this is for real,
I
right?
got you, yeah.
So like, does your mental health then kick in and say, hey man, I could kill this dude right now, right? And it's clouded, and it's like now you thinking with ego, you're thinking with pride, you're thinking with your masculinity. Do those same principles apply, and do you hold yourself accountable in that moment? Right?
Hell nah.
Okay, so
You slap me, all that shit out.
yeah. So when does it like go from sugar to shit for you, or when does that look like, oh, it's a turn for the wrong? Like you locked up, and now you can't go on those bike rides or trail rides. So like you being locked up doesn't necessarily affect your mental,
For sure.
not being able to grow or you know what I'm saying, grow in that aspect. But see now, what mental wellness means to you, it affects you directly when you can't go on a nature ride or a bike ride.
And then I'm gonna be the devil's advocate though, because when I was locked up, I spent my time in the gym and in books. You know what I mean? Preparing for what was next.
Okay, so you pivoted.
It was an awakening moment.
Got you. Okay.
You know what I mean? I had to admit what I was to realize what I didn't want to be. And for me, it was the commitment after that to like, I'm never going to make myself uncomfortable in that type of situation again. So I made myself uncomfortable to create a different situation.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I lived in the garage for about 4 years. I was a full-time student. I had 2 of my kids full-time. I had 2 jobs.
Right.
I knew where I was going. You know what I'm saying? Like pushing it from leaving prison in 2007 to 2025 being Dr. J.
Gotcha.
You know what I mean? So for me, it was like wellness was also like belief in self in those mirror moments where I could hold up the mirror and look at myself and say, hey, I don't want to be that. So let me try to do something else. If I could be uncomfortable in a cell, I could be uncomfortable improving myself and doing anything that I want to do. There's nothing I can't do. You know what I mean? And I think for me, it's like, how do we reverberate that into our communities? Like, you know, if somebody's mentoring me and I'm mentoring them, like, how do we give them that thought process?
Gotcha.
You said it earlier, somebody called you crazy, right? In 2019, I had an executive coach, and I was like, man, they said I'm crazy. And he said, if they don't call you crazy, then your leadership ain't really cooking.
You ain't doing shit right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
What does that look like for you?
Man, when I can't do what I want to do, I think it starts with first being aware of what that causes in me,
Yeah.
right? Irritation, frustration,
Yeah.
right? And being mindful of not to let that bleed on others around me,
Yeah.
right? If I can't do what I want to do. And then ultimately, like being in a lived experience situation too is like, you have to find ways to pivot, right? So if I can go into nature, right, what does that look like to find another situation, right? So, like I said, I've been locked up too as well. So it was yard walks. I can't go in the trees, so we're gonna hit the yard,
Okay.
right, and walk around,
Yeah.
right, and just do it like that, right? Niggas might, I can still take my shoes off. Niggas might look at you funny, like, what is he doing? With your shoes off over here, walking, talking to himself, but like. Part of the self-confidence, right, and making dreams come to life is you can't care what people say.
Yeah.
You got to do your thing, right? So for me, it starts with like knowing the dark side of who I am without my wellness, right?
Yeah.
It's quick tempered, right? It's triggered.
Mhm.
It's lack of communication,
Yeah.
right? It's just knowing those things, right? And then I know myself when I do have wellness.
Yes.
Right, easygoing, easy to talk to, right, personable, right, all these type of things. So I think it's understanding, you know, your whole self, not just what it is when I'm good and my mental health is sharp. I think that's what you were getting at, right?
Yeah.
Like, when things get ugly, who are you?
Yeah.
So finding pivoting, right, and knowing who you are and being mindful of not letting that bleed. I know with Brian, but like he was just like, I'll slap you too. I get that. I probably would too.
And that's warranted.
I would want to think. I would try to think first. I can't guarantee that.
Right. No.
Right. But I'm trying to think first. Take a breath is what they said.
That shit ain't working.
Take a breath is what they
Slap this
said.
nigga.
So, and knowing why we are and where we are here to do. So, and that keeps you from making dumb decisions too as well.
Gotcha. Okay, and so I asked that to see, like, on the surface, or when it's what you would want it to be ideally or in a perfect world, it looks like flexing those muscles for you and working them like you would a physical body. It looks like the physical aspect of doing what you would like to do and the same thing. But when you strip all of that shit away, what really is your mental wellness, right? And so now the answers have changed. And it's like, for you almost, well, I don't know, because I'm going to haul off and beat your ass. For you, it's like, well, I would do something to keep myself grounded within or look for another means. So I guess adaptability for you is like the same, pivoting, knowing who I really am at the core of everything and knowing that like this circumstance doesn't change who I want to be or who I am. And so it's just like, I don't know, it's funny because like when you hear it, it's like it all works and it's all good when it's like sprinkles and rainbows, but when it turns into like goes from sugar to shit, it's like now who are you and how will you react to not having the luxury of doing just those little things. You know what I'm saying? So I guess deep down, that's what the mental wellness really is. Like knowing who you are through and through, or knowing how to pivot when you don't have what you have, and knowing when to slap shit on somebody's back.
So
a dose from Dr. Ali.
Hey man.
Yes, Dr. Ali. So question, man, I see that you had some military service history. How, as a black man going into the military, does that impact mental health? Have you seen it impact people's mental health?
Yeah.
Did you care, or were you like, what kind of like, can you unpack that journey for us?
I guess because of my childhood, a lot of shit didn't bother me. I kind of grew up like emotionally unattached from a lot of stuff.
Okay.
So certain stuff doesn't bother me at all. To say I didn't get angry sometimes, or to say that I didn't want to be like, fuck this shit, or I knock all this shit over would be a lie.
Right.
But I guess it kind of put a discipline in me. So like when I was talking earlier and said, I don't mind people correcting me. I don't mind you telling me if something was wrong or if I offended you or, you know, just holding me accountable. That type of stuff kind of starts in the military.
Okay.
So when you got motherfuckers yelling in your face because you did something wrong and like smoking the shit out you, making you do push-ups till you throw up, or like running you until you like, you know what I'm saying, till your legs break and shit. It becomes a lot easier, you know what I'm saying, when somebody can just say, hey, you know, you did the wrong thing or I didn't appreciate it, versus like, get your ass and done it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, he didn't yell. Like, this is cool. I can accept that, you know? So it kind of taught me learning how to control myself, you know? And I've seen people like, man, fuck this. I ain't got to be here. And you chose to be there, but you're like, I don't need this shit. You know what I'm saying? Definitely teaches you discipline and how to be calm and think. You know what I'm saying? Before you do and say a lot of stuff. And granted, like, it do get hard. Like, it's hard to think sometimes. You got motherfuckers yelling in your face and they don't know that they spitting on you while they talking to you. You like, man, what the hell wrong with this nigga, man? Fuck this uniform. I'll beat your ass. You feel me? And so it's like, yeah, you have to have that discipline. And that's what that kind of teaches you. It strips you of certain things. Like, that ego, it strips you of that. That pride, it strips you of that. But what's more, what's a beautiful part of that is, sometimes we don't have pride or ego when no one else has it.
That's a good point.
Sometimes, if you like, and so like all of y'all are leaders, right? You look up to him for certain reasons. He looks up to you for a reason. You look up to him, you, and everybody vice versa. Like, I have my reason why I look up to these people, right? When you see him not do something or change something that he does that you look up to, chances are you're gonna change it, right? He go out and get a brand new car and come back. You like, man, I like Brian because this dude literally does boom, boom, boom. Now you start working towards like the shit that you look up to him with. Like, you know, he got a new car every year, man. You know, I think I'm gonna give me a car. You ain't want no car. You know what I'm saying? Man, this dude is nice to everybody he meets. I think I should be a little nice. I like that about him. You start to do shit like that. So when you're in the military and you got drill sergeant yelling in your face, if everybody in there would have started saying fuck you, then everybody would have started saying fuck you. But you see one guy hold his composure and you like, if he can do that shit, I can do it. When we in here, we look up to looking at each other. So it's like, damn, he just snapped on bro and bro ain't say nothing back. Oh, they snap on everybody like that. So nobody says nothing back to them. Now when they get around to me, I'm like, it's the norm. Nobody says it or nobody does it. Oh, he just snaps on everybody, so I let him do it to me. But if everybody was like, man, get the fuck out of my face, when he come to me, I'm like, man, you better get the fuck out of my face.
Sure.
You know, they ain't playing with you, I ain't gonna play with you.
Right.
But when it's the norm, or if everybody is doing it, then it's like, when you get a house, you like, shit, I need to get a house. These niggas got a house. You know what I'm saying? What he said, you feel me?
Nah, you just gotta have it.
Yeah. So it's like, just, I don't know, looking around and just paying attention to certain shit like that. I just be watching stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? Like, when my friends are doing better than me, I always tell people, like, I want you to do better than me so I can outdo it. And I want you to do better than that again. I don't ever want you to fall down. If I get ahead of you, I'm waiting on you. I stop and be like, you gonna come up here? Like, you know what I'm saying? Get up there so I got something to use as a metric to keep going further. And if you don't do it, I'm still gonna go. And then that's where I get in the groove of like, now I gotta just pull you fucking along until you get back in position. So yeah.
The power of example, right? People,
Yeah.
You know,
Nah, for sure.
Powerful.
Strong, man.
Yeah, you're.
What do y'all do? I feel like I'm interviewing y'all. I be wanting to ask a lot of questions too.
Dr. J, man, how'd you become Dr. J?
Man,
I want to talk about therapy and your views on that.
Therapy and my views on that.
And of course, I did answer this question.
Well, becoming Dr. J, man, was just being in work. I got out of prison, and I think the biggest realization for me was, like, I woke up one day and I was like, man, I don't want to be this.
You got your actual doctorate.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's really tough.
We
I'm
just
not
making
being
it
funny.
up,
I ain't
yeah.
thinking it's like, I don't know if it was like a nickname or something.
I got out of prison and I was like, man, I don't want to be this. And I think, I started doing the things, right? Like I got this pamphlet for school. If you're under a certain age, when you go to the joint in Washington, they make you take a GED. I hadn't been to school since 7th grade. I was, able to pass the test that day. But I went for 19 days so I could spend time on the yard, an extra 4 hours a day, right? And it just inspired me, man. But I think the awakening moment was like, hey, I don't want to be this. I got out. I got into, some jobs that were bullshit jobs. I got fired. They weren't even jobs that I wanted to do. But when I leaned into, like, the career spaces, it was like, man, I'm seeing people who look like me, who got, parallel experiences, being burnt out, recycled, and then pushed away from the table. So I think I just told myself, I'm like, man, I want to keep working and learning and, developing myself professionally. So at some point, when I get an opportunity, I want to be able to provide the same thing for community. 6 years after getting off community custody, I ended up getting a job. I had, 2 degrees in a PMP cert. Later, I ended up getting a job at the same court that sent me to prison. And I worked there for 4 years. 4 years near perfect performance evaluations. But it was one of those experiences where it was like I was consistently buttoned up against the confines of the system, right? Like Credible Messenger is a national process, but I actually brought it to this state and was able to build out the model working at the court. We got it as a pre-adjudication diversion program, which means a young person, because it's juvenile court, doesn't have to take a charge anymore to receive a service, and they didn't want to support it anymore. So it was like, it didn't bring value to my department because that's the department that probation was housed in.
Mm-hmm.
So when I seen that and they were willing to let it go, I was like, nah, I want to carry it, you know?
Yeah, I took a load off.
For me, it was seeing the leaders, not just seeing the impact that it had on the young people, but the leaders that we were rocking with, because they had the same experiences as the young people, but they knew the transformation story. And I think that was huge because we all got war stories. And there's too many people in our spaces that are telling these youngsters war stories, like sending them to the jail or to the grave.
Yeah.
So for me, it was like starting to invest in those leaders who understand the transformation story, building capacity for them, helping them connect to contracts, opportunities, right, to make impact in community. Eventually, you know, starting, you know, my own LLC, 501c3, behavioral health agency. So that's kind of the Dr. J story, right? Like really putting in the work to see what division looked like and work with a team of people, right, to create the power and unity.
Yeah.
I would say relationships produce results. You see, power and unity is kind of like one of our taglines, to be able to build something that was able to withstand. We also use the iceberg model. So like part of like equity in communities is whenever we secure funds, we keep 20% and make sure we build our partners in with the other 80, you know? So therapy for me, I guess, shifting to that next question was like not being able to have those conversations and process when I was a kid. And then realizing like...
Oh, hold on. I'm sorry. Hold on. Are you saying how you got into therapy or therapy? What does therapy mean to you?
Yeah, well, how I got into therapy was like getting out of prison and being like, man, I got all this shit going on in my head. Like, what do I do with it?
Got you.
And it was like dating. Like the first few therapists I had, I was like, hell nah. And one day I sat down with this little Asian guy, and I was going through some shit, and I'm like, he ain't gonna be able to help me. You know what I mean? Like, not him. But he was the one.
Johnny?
You know what I mean?
Ricky Tan. Ricky Tan saved your life.
June Town.
Right.
Johnny works with us, so he was just kind of cracking that personal inside joke. But, you know, I started investing in what he was saying and the things that he was teaching me, and I was like, oh, shit. Like, one day it kicked in, and I'm like, I feel better now. I got these techniques, like, what's next? You know what I mean?
And so, where were you at when this happened?
Where was I at? Like, in life?
No, I'm saying, like, yeah, in life. Like, you met him, like, when you were out of prison.
Yes.
And so he was just a random guy.
I opted into therapy. Like, I'm
Oh, no. So, no, you went to therapy, and he was your therapist.
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's where it started. I mean, after that, you know, I got comfortable with it. I'm like, okay, if this don't work, it's like dating. No offense, but I'm going to try to move on to the next one.
What was some of the, I guess, things that, or some of the tools that he used to help you realize some of the things that you needed or didn't need or were doing wrong or approaching the wrong way? Like, I guess if you can call out the tool or how he used it for you.
Breathing techniques.
Okay.
I think breath work is imperative. You talked about air. Like
They said to breathe.
Right. really learning the whole shit. At one point when I was working at Superior Court, like I was having like these, I guess I would call them cultural collisions. Like I'm going in to work in this inherently racist system to dismantle the system. My position, right? I'm the one person. So you can imagine the stress that I felt every day going in there. I went into his office one day, I'm like crying and shit. Like, I don't know if I can go up in that building. It was like I had an anxiety attack. He came, sat down. He's like, I'll be right back. He came back with 2 ice cubes. That's it, 2 ice cubes. And he said, think about the reason why you can't go back. But first, put these ice cubes in your hand and squeeze. Right? And it just kind of like resets your mental. And I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? I crushed a couple ice cubes over the next couple weeks. You know what I mean? But after that, I was like, you know what? I can manage this. If I can do this, if it was a national search and I was the person that they picked with my history, the reason why I'm here is because of me. I leaned into executive coaching, and my executive coach and my therapist kind of worked with me together, and they were like, look, it's the relationships that you're building that's creating the success, not the position, it's the person.
Hold on, you took me kind of fast. Hold on. It's the relationship that you're building.
That you're building that's creating the success that you're having in your career. It's not the position, it's the person. So for me, it was that mirror moment to be like, oh shit, I'm doing this.
No, definitely.
And I'm gonna take it with me wherever I go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. I was asking those questions to say, for me, unpopular opinion. You did get the therapy, and my unpopular opinion is I don't think therapy is needed. Right? I think what's needed is self-awareness and coachability or vulnerability. Like your self-awareness led you to somebody who could help you. Be it a therapist, be it somebody who, like, you know what I'm saying? Some people who don't have therapists to talk to. I don't have therapist money. I don't know a therapist. Don't know how to get in contact with one.
You got some therapist money.
You said what happened?
I said you got therapist money.
Oh, no, no, some people don't. Some people don't. We don't have, and so like some of the people that y'all probably mentor or talk to and work with don't have, sometimes don't even have knowledge of some of this shit. Don't know how to access it, don't know where to get it, who to talk to, and don't know where to start with themselves. I feel like we as people are sometimes scared to say on the face hard truths about ourselves and call it how we see it. And I tell people all the time, whether it's me, you, anybody, it is what it is, and that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like, I guess I wouldn't tell you I was a good rapper if I wasn't a good rapper. If you ask me, I'd be like, yeah, man, I'm okay. I'm straight. Or I feel like X, Y, and Z. Hey, man, you like my shirt? Well, I wouldn't wear the blue with the black like that. I like white, or I would have did white and red. You know what I'm saying? It's just what it is. But I think people be so used to being coddled sometimes from a young age, or being lied to about so much shit, or being like covered up from like what's real and what we think we should be doing or saying to people. You know, we was always taught when we was growing up, like my daughter, mother always teaches her to say no. She can say no. And I'm like, well, you can say that, but don't say it to me because I'm your daddy. But in reality, she can say no if she feels uncomfortable. We get to a point where we've been fed so much shit that we don't know who we are or how to be who we want to be or need to be to sustain for like people around us and stuff like that. So I feel like therapy is unnecessary because we don't know who we are and even what we need sometimes. But if we can get to a point, and sometimes that get to a point where we have like self-awareness and we're aware of these things, then it becomes like a process to start fixing it, right? And it's like, granted, therapy may have been the thing for you, but you know, I've never been to therapy, and I don't like, not to say that I won't ever go, but I don't ever see a need or have a means to go because I'm like sat with myself and been able to like, hey, you a fucking dirtbag, like, hey, you a fucking loser. And it's me telling myself this, and it's not like being negative about it. It's just calling it what it is. You know what I'm saying? You walk out of here, or somebody walk out of here and lift up a girl's skirt. What are you fucking doing, pervert? Like your homeboy be like, boy, you crazy, you smacked her ass. No, you sexually assaulted her. You know what I'm saying? People calling you out, or you being able to acknowledge, damn, that was sexual assault. I should hold myself accountable. Like, damn, I was wrong for that. Like, we don't know how to do shit like that. And when you're not aware of what you're doing or exactly who you are as a person, it gets hard. And then you got to depend on other people to help you find you sometimes. Because we don't know. Like, we're scared to figure out who we are. Like, and so, I guess, correct me if I'm wrong, when you were in therapy, did your therapist ask a lot of questions that literally made you answer your own questions?
That's all therapy is. So, credible conversations, introducing that concept, credible messenger, providing those processes. Luther is the hood therapist. Brian is the hood therapist. At the end of the day, just like you said, people can't access it, they can't afford it. So how do we bring support that's relevant to our communities? It's not through a therapist. It's through people who understand the transformation story. It's through people who've been through that situation and overcome.
Correct.
So I agree with you.
Yeah.
I think therapy may work for some people, but we know this works for our communities.
Yeah.
So kind of you asked kind of like what we do, right? So kind of my situation is, my role is I create curriculum, positives. I got a few curriculums, right? Positive identity formation through the lens of hip hop, right? Curriculum. We got mental health wellness curriculum. We got DBT curriculum. I heard you say in the beginning of the interview or podcast, you said rappers kind of inform us of who we are, right, to a degree.
Yeah, we have a responsibility of like helping you, I guess, help shape, like raise you in a sense, shape and mold you,
shape
and
identity.
figure out who you are, who you want to be based off of
Right.
the stuff that we feed you.
Right. So part of the training in New York and like understanding the core elements of hip hop was right the definition of hip hop. Do you know it?
Mm-mm.
So why we move collectively, consciously as a people is hip hop, right? Hip to the hop, right? So what is it to be hip? To be on time, to be fashionable, to know what's going on, right? To be aware, self-aware, right? I'm hip, I know what's going on, right? I'm on time, right? I'm poignant, right? Hop, movement, forward, springing, right? Action. So why we move is the definition of hip hop, right? So as I'm creating curriculum, right, we are intentionally creating stories and dialogue that does help people to be self-reflective, right? Of who am I? What am I here for? What did I fuck up on? Right? Where am I going? What do I want to be? Right? All these things that Northwest Credible Messenger does as Credible Messengers started off a cat on the East Coast, Eddie Ellis, right, in the 80s, former Black Panther, right, started noticing why are all these black and brown kids coming to prison, right? So now he's laces them because he's life in prison, so now he's lacing them with skills, right, to go back in the world, right, the same self-awareness questions, right, to now work with youth and young adults that have been down that path or don't want to go down it no more. Hence, Credible Messages. Then they start getting funding from DC and New York, and it just snowballed. So now we're the Northwest branch, right? We done got the money for the barbers and beauticians, the 5 million. So we're healing the hood. I do curriculum. It's the big boss right here, right? So he can do his own thing, right? But yeah, man. That's kind of what we do. Northwest.
That's real. So it's a blessing to be out here though. And one of my homeboys, he was locked up, and he was telling me one time, like, you got guys in there who don't even look at the calendar.
For sure.
I'm never coming home. What I need that shit for, right? And so for people who got 15, 20 years, at least I can look on there and have an expectation.
You got a date?
I got a date, and it's like he was like, some people don't even look at the fucking calendar because I don't need it. I'm like, I know where I'm finna be forever. So I was just like, damn, that's interesting, and it's a blessing. It's like,
free air. That's why I be so pumped about the free air. But no, for real.
I ain't mad at that, and I'm like, I feel that when you say that, goddamn it, that's just, it's a blessing, man.
Talk to cats that ain't never gonna go home, bro. It's
a conversation.
Yeah. It's heavy, bro.
And for somebody like the guy, what you say, Elliot?
Eddie Ellis.
Eddie Ellis.
Yeah.
To be in there, and to be giving that to people who are, or to go home and have those tools and equip them with it, it's like a blessing. You know what I'm saying? In my definition of it, that's a form of unconditional love. Like I can't expect nothing back from you. There's no reciprocity. I literally get nothing from teaching, giving, or showing you these things other than like you going out and doing, and it doesn't benefit me in any way. I'm still stuck in here. I still like got the rest of my fucking life in here, and so like I benefit nothing from this, but I give it everything, or I give everything to people who need it. You know,
that's the spirit we need to get back.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's the spirit.
Yeah.
If you want to close this out?
Yeah, I'll just say definitely an honor.
Appreciate it, brother.
Your presence, man. Thank you for sharing space with us. Looking forward to the night.
Yeah.
It's going to be lit, man.
Rock out till it's time to clock out.
It's going to be lit. Yeah, man, thank you. You know, sharing your insight, you know,
it, man.
and letting the people see a different side of you, you know.
Come on.
Thanks, people.
Yeah,
for sure.
You know, welcome to the city.
Yeah, it's definitely a first of this kind of conversation. I'm glad I was able to have you here. It's the first time being here. You know,
For sure.
Loved hearing you guys' viewpoints and
Appreciate it.
I guess perspectives on, you know, some of this stuff that we talked about. Definitely steal some of it and take it with me. I'm filling up them ice trays.
Where do we grow from here?
Right?
That's it. Where do we grow from here, brother? Where do we grow from here? In closing, you know what I'm saying, any message that you want to give folks around behavioral health, wellness, your perspective?
Oh man, I always choose love. I always choose optimism. Even if it doesn't work out that way, I always choose it. Always, always, always. That's like kind of like something that I just kind of move by. Even if it ain't good, I always choose to be optimistic. Even if I don't feel like it, I always choose to love. And it's a flex for me. Like treating people better than they've treated me, that's literally one of my flexes now. People be like, what's your biggest flex? I be like, shit, doing right by people, whether they do it to me or not.
Come on.
Like, I feel good about treating you the right way or respecting you, even if I'm not getting that in return. So, yeah, I always choose love.
Judge, Kim Casanova, man.
Man, we appreciate you.
Yeah, man, I appreciate y'all.